To punish me for my contempt for authority, fate made me an authority myself. A perfection of means and confusion of aims seems to be our main problem. Mankind invented the atomic bomb, but no mouse would ever construct a mousetrap. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. Man usually avoids attributing cleverness to somebody else, unless it is an enemy. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. Sometimes one pays most for the things one gets for nothing. At our age, the devil doesn't give you much time off. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. Not everything that counts can be counted, and not everything that can be counted counts. All of one's contemporaries and aging friends are living in a delicate balance, and one feels that one's own consciousness is no longer as brightly lit as it once was. But then, twilight with its more subdued colors has its charms as well. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. I soon learned to send out what was able to lead to fundamentals and to turn aside from everything else, from the multitude of things that clutter up the mind. It would be possible to describe everything scientifically, but it would make no sense. It would be without meaning, as if you described a Beethoven symphony as a variation of wave pressure. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong. A new idea comes suddenly and in a rather intuitive way, but intuition is nothing but the outcome of earlier intellectual experience. As far as the laws of mathematics refer to reality, they are not certain. As far as they are certain, they do not refer to reality. The eternal mystery of the universe is its comprehensibility. The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. Education is what remains after one has forgotten everything he learned in school. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. One lives one's life under constant tension until it is time to go for good. I have remained a simple fellow who asks nothing of the world. Only my youth is gone, the enchanting youth that forever walks on air. I no longer need to take part in the competition of the big brains. Participating in the process has always seemed to me an awful type of slavery, no less evil than the passion for money or power. I believe that a simple and unassuming manner of life is best for everyone, best both for the body and the mind. Compassionate people are geniuses in the art of living, more necessary to the dignity, security, and joy of humanity than the discoverers of knowledge. 100 times every day I remind myself that my inner and outer life depend on the labors of other men, living and dead, and that I must exert myself in order to give in the same measure as I received and am still receiving. The fear of death is the most unjustified of all fears, for there's no risk of accident for someone who's dead. I have firmly resolved to bite the dust when my time comes, with a minimum of medical assistance, and up to then I will send to my wicked heart's content. The old who have died live on in the young ones. Don't you feel this now in your bereavement, when you look at your children? Our death is not an end if we have lived on in our children and the younger generations. For they are us, our bodies are only wilted leaves on the tree of life. This life is not such that we ought to complain when it comes to an end for us or for a loved one. Rather, we may look back in satisfaction when it has been bravely and honorably withstood. I am strongly drawn to a frugal life, and am often oppressively aware that, I am engrossing an undue amount of the labor of my fellow men. I am glad that you have given me the opportunity of expressing to you here my deep sense of gratitude as a man, as a good European, and as a Jew. I believe that whatever we do or live for has its causality. It is good, however, that we cannot see through to it. People like you and I, though mortal of course, like everyone else, do not grow old no matter how long we live. What I mean is that we never cease to stand like curious children before the great mystery into which we were born. I am satisfied with the mystery of the eternity of life, and with the awareness and a glimpse of the marvelous structure of the existing world, together with the devoted striving to comprehend a portion, be it ever so tiny, of the reason that manifests itself in nature. I am happy at the thought that the worst worries are over for my parents. My mother died a week ago today in terrible agony. We are all completely exhausted. One feels in one's bones the significance of blood ties. Death is a reality. Life ends definitely when the subject, by his actions, no longer affects his environment. He can no longer add an iota to the sum total of his experience. Weak people revenge. Strong people forgive. Intelligent people ignore. I want to go when I want. It is tasteless to prolong life artificially. I have done my share. It is time to go. I will do it elegantly. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving.